Hi guys, my name is Sharvin Nalaki Kalaiselvan. This video is about case study 2 for subject network design. Okay, you can see part 1 is about connect all devices. Part 2 is about create the VLANs and configure VLAN names. Part 3 is about configure and assign ports for all VLANs in switch 1 and shut down all unused port. Part 4 is about configure sub interface in R1. Part 5 is about configure DHCP pool and excluded addresses in R1. Part 6, part 6 is about configure IP telephony service on R1. Okay, now above you can see they already given a topology, and here you can see the equipment used for the packet tracer. The first equipment is a switch. You can see this model of the switch and the substitute and IP software for the switch. Okay, in bottom you can see router, IP phones, personal computer, and Cat5 or above straight to patch cables. You can see the quantities of the device we used in the packet tracer. In bottom you can see the IP address plan we have set for the topology. This is the VLAN plan used for the packet tracer, and DHCP pool plan and telephony service plan. Okay, let's begin from part 1, which is connect all devices. Okay, connect all devices as per topology. Configure hostname and no domain in R1 and switch 1. Configure DHCP setting for all the PCs. Okay, you can see I already make the topology as per given in the picture above. So I'm going to use the power adapter in IP phone, just like this. You can see the IP phone is turned on. Okay, now I'm going to configure the host name and node domain in router and switch. Okay, copy and start to save the configuration R1. Okay, now let's go to switch. Enable same as in router config terminal. Host name SW1. Okay, no IP domain look up. Okay, we are done our configuration. Now configure DHCP setting for all PCs. The DHCP not have been started, so I'm going to give DHCP only. Okay, you can see here already given DHCP configuration. Okay, inside from static you have to replace to DHCP, same as usual. You can see DHCP failed because we not yet configure our DHCP. So in part 5 only we configure the DHCP pool in R1, so the PC the 3 PCs will be successful with the DHCP. Okay, now let's continue our part 2, which is create the VLANs and configure VLAN name in switch 1. Okay, first we have to create all the VLANs as per VLAN plan, configure VLAN names, and configure VLAN 30 IP address and default gateway. Okay, we have to use the VLAN plan they given above. Okay, so we have to go to switch 1, config terminal, VLAN 10. The name of the VLAN 10 is data. VLAN 20. The name of VLAN is voice. VLAN 30. The name of VLAN is MGT. sorry, data, then 30 is MGT, and VLAN 40 is name as is okay. Okay, we exit from that and give the IP address for the VLAN 30. IP ADDR 172.16.30.2. Submask will be 255.255.255.0. The IP default for the VLAN will be 172.16.30.1. Okay. Okay, now we have done our part 2, so let's continue to our part 3, which is configure and assign ports for the all VLANs in switch 1. Yes, first we have to configure and assign all VLANs for the switch 1 and shut down all unused port. Okay, we also have to follow the VLAN plan shown above. So now I'm going to configure part 3, config terminal. Already configured terminal. Okay. Fast 0/4. This will interface will be switch port as a mode trunk. Okay, we exit from the interface arrange fast 0 to 3 switch port mode access. The interface 0/1 until 3 will be using the VLAN 10 and 20 switch port. Access VLAN 10 switch port voice VLAN 20. Okay, now let's configure the last VLAN for the switch, which is VLAN 10, VLAN 40. VLAN 40 will be the unused port, so we have to give the INT range for the all unused port. INT range for all unused port, which is 5 until faster than 5 until 24 and gigabit/1 until 2. Give them command switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 40. Yes, and give command shutdown to shut down all the unused port. Okay. After that, we have to save the all configuration we have done so far in switch 1. Copy and start to save the configuration. Okay, we are done our part 3, which is configure and assign ports for the all VLANs in switch 1. Okay, let's start off from part 4, which is configure subinterface in R1. Okay, first we have to configure subinterface in R1 for all VLANs. Verify that each PC is able to successfully ping to the R1 subinterface for network user. Verify that switch 1 able to successfully ping to R1 subinterface for network management. Okay, this last 2 point verify that will be verify after we done configure our part 5, because the PC not yet configure DHCP. So let's continue our part 4. Enable config terminal. can see the sub interface already given, so we have to follow this sub interface they have given. The first is um, fastnet 0/0.10 will be for VLAN 10, dot 20 will be for VLAN 20, and 30 will be for VLAN 30. Okay, let's begin from fastnet 0/0.10. Okay, before we given the IP address for the sub interface for VLAN 10, 20, and 30, we have to encapsulation the interface first. So int fastnet 0/0.10 encapsulation dot 1q. 10 will be for the VLAN 10, and now we have to give the IP address for the VLAN, which is 172.16.10.1. The subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. Okay, same also we have to given for the sub interface VLAN 20 and 30. Okay, VLAN 20 sub interface for VLAN 20, encapsulation command for VLAN 20, the IP address for VLAN 20, the subnet mask, no set command to up the interface. Okay, same also for sub interface VLAN 30, IP address for VLAN sub interface VLAN 30. Sorry, encapsulation first. Encapsulation IP address for sub interface VLAN 30 and no set command. Okay. Okay, now we exit from sub interface. Go to fastnet 0/0 to give no set command. Okay, and we exit from that to and copy run start to save the run configuration we have done so far, to make sure the copy written in VRAM memory. Okay, we are done our part 4, which is configure sub interface in R1. Okay, now let's continue our part 5, which is configure DHCP pool and excluded address in R1. Okay, configure DHCP pool for data and voice. Configure excluded address for data and voice as per DHCP pool plan. Okay, you can see here they are already given the DHCP pool plan, so we have to follow that only. Okay, first config terminal. First I am going to give the DHCP excluded address first. Excluded address, which is 172.16.10.1 until 172.16.10.5, which is for VLAN 10 data. Okay, next will be for VLAN 20 voice, which is same also, but it will be in VLAN 20 sub interface. The excluded address will be 172.16.20.1 until 172.16.20.5. Okay, now we have to go and give the IP DHCP pool. DHCP pool data. Okay, the network will be 172.16.10.0. The subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. The default router will be 172.16.10.1. Okay, now we go to DHCP data pool, DHCP pool voice. The network will be 172.16.20.1. 20.0, sorry, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0. The default router will be 172.16.20.1. Okay, we have to also in VLAN 20 voice, we have to give the default TFTP. So we have to give option have to get the code for TFTP will be 150 IP, and the IP given 172.16.20.1. We exit from it. Okay, we are done our part 5, which is configure DHCP pool and excluded address in R1. So we have to exit from it, copy and start to save the running configuration we have done so far. Okay, now I'm going to verify that each we came back to part 4 to verify the each PC able to successful ping to R1 sub interface for user network, and verify that switch 1 able to successfully ping to R1 sub interface for network management. Okay, let's see the DHCP is successful or not. Okay, you can see the DHCP is successfully replying. See, the DHCP request is successful. Okay, DHCP request is successful. And PC3 also the DHCP request is successful. Okay, now from PC0 we have to ping to PC2. Make sure the connection is successful or not. The PC2 IP address will be IP config. Okay, we have to ping to this address. Copy this address. Ping and paste the address. Okay. Okay, you can see the PC from PC0 can ping to PC2. So now let's continue the third point, which is verify that switch 1 able to ping to R1 sub interface for network management. So go to switch, enable ping to PC2, which is IP will be 172.16.10.8. Okay, the first two will be unsuccessful. Let's try ping again. Okay, you can see the success rate is 100%. So the verify is successful, which is between PC0 to PC2 also successful, and switch to PC2 also successful. Okay, we are done our part 5, which is configure DHCP pool and excluded address in R1. Okay, let's configure part 6, which is configuring IP telephony service in R1. Okay, in part 6 we have to configure IP telephone service for maximum directory and ePhones. Okay, configure ePhones directory but as per telephony service plan. Configure buttons for each ePhone. Save all the configuration at R1. Verify that each PC able to successfully ping to each other PC and other IP phones. Verify that each IP phone able to call out each other. Okay, let's start configuring. Okay, you can see they already give the telephone service plan. Okay, we have to follow that. config terminal, telephony service, max dm will be 3, max if1 will be 3, the IP source address will be 172.16.20.1, the port will be 2000. Okay, now we give to if1 directory number, each if1 directory number, which is if1 dn1 number will be 10.10, 10.10. The if1 directory number for 2 will be number 10.20, and the if1 directory number 3 will be number 10.30. Okay. Okay, now we have to configure if1 button directory. Okay, that's it. if1 1 type 7960, and the button will be 1 1. Okay, for if1 2 also same, type 7960, but the button will be different, 1:2. if1 3 will be type also same, but the button will be different, 1:3. Okay, we are done our if1 service configuration. We are saved the configuration we are done so far. Copy and start. Okay, now we verify that each PC is able to successfully ping to other PC and other IP phones. Okay, let's bring PC0 to PC2 and PC1 and 2. The PC1 IP address will be 172.16.7. Okay, you can see the IP is successful. Sorry, the PC0 is successfully pinged to PC1. Okay, now to PC2. Okay, from ping from PC0 to PC2 also successful. Okay, now let's ping to IP phone 0. Okay, the IP address will be 172.16.20.7. Let's see. Okay, this will be 20.8. Another one will be 20.6786. Okay, let's ping to IP phones 20.7. Okay, this is the ping from PC0 to IP phone 0. Okay, now let's ping to PC0 to IP phone 1. Okay, you can see the ping also successful. Now let's go to ping from PC0 to IP phone 2, which is 172.16.20.6. Okay, you can see the ping also successful. Okay, now we verify that each IP phone is able to call out each other or not. Okay, let's start. Let's connect from IP phone 1 to IP phone 2. Go to GIU. You can see this is 10.20. Think then will be 30. The number will be 30 and the IP phone number for 2 is 10. Okay, let's call from 30, which is will be connected from IP phone 0 to IP phone 1. Okay, the line IP phone is able to call out from IP phone 0 is able to call out from IP phone 0 to sorry, the IP phone 0 is able to call out to IP phone 1. Okay, let's try again from IP phone 0 to IP phone 2. Okay, 10, 10, 10. You can see the IP phone 0 is able to call out to IP phone 2. So the IP phone, all the IP phones are able to call out each other. So that's all in our case study 2 for subject network design. Thank you very much.